Hi friends, and welcome to card number 4 of the Silver Bells. We are going to create this card two different ways, one per the workshop instruction and one with the Creative Design Studio, just adding in some extra glitter and that gold paint pen. Now I will say I did this card a couple of times before I actually figured out what would work. In the directions, they tell us how far down on the card to create the toffee ink blending circles, right? But they don't tell us how far from the right or left. And I ended up doing mine a couple of times before I got it right, because when I would add my ornaments and my hanger, in order to center my hanger on the ornament, it was making my ornament go off the card, right? So what I would suggest, even before you put your toffee ink down, right, I would draw your lines for your hangers of your ornaments first. And I used the gold paint pen for mine, and I drew those lines on the first one is going to be 1 inch from the left, and you're going to draw the line down to 4 1/4, right? 4 1/4. So 1 inch, you're going to start drawing your line 1 inch from the left hand side and draw your line down to 4 1/4. Your second line is going to go 2 1/4 from the left hand side, and you're going to draw that line down 3 1/2 inches from the top. Okay, I used a piece of scrap paper to line it up because I was using the paint pen. I did not want to get paint on my T ruler or my Close to My Heart ruler, so I just used a piece of scrap paper and my Versamat to line it up. And you can see I was just eyeballing mine, but as I mentioned, what you're not seeing off camera is I actually did mine a couple of times before I really figured out what was the best way and place to put it, because if you don't get them over far enough, your ornaments are going to hang off your card and you're not going to be able to put it into an envelope. So I hope that helps, that you get yours done in the right spot the first time so you don't have to redo it like I did. Next, we're going to add in our pattern paper, and note I am going to turn my card over. So this really is at the top, but I'm flipping it upside down. I didn't want anybody to put them in the wrong spots. And I did edge around my pieces with the toffee ink and the blending brush. And we are going to go ahead and put down our bow and our ornament. Now notice these ones, we are putting the ornament on top of the bow because we are going to put a hanger on the topper of the ornament. We're going to change the color of it. So you want to have your bow underneath the ornament. Super fun, right? Look at how cute this is. I just love these ornaments. Now you could use this ornament also for that spinner card that we did in card number 1. That would be super cute. You would just trace the backing of this right into a solid piece so that you don't see the string going through the center of your ornament, right? That would be so cute. So now I'm just grabbing my toffee piece and I'm going to banner it. A nice way to banner is to draw a slit up the center and then meet it on both ends. Gonna grab my foam tool and my stamp set so that we can stamp this piece here with our words and season our stamp set. Before you add your stamp to this piece here, you're going to want to grab your blending brush and your toffee ink and blend some ink in the background just a little bit, just to add a little color. It looks so nice behind the words that I've stamped in charcoal there. And we are going to attach that to the charcoal cardstock and then onto the toffee piece that we bannered. The Rub and Remove eraser works great if you have any adhesive behind or around your ornaments that you need to remove. And don't forget, I said we're going to put in those little hangers in a different color. What a difference that makes when you just add in that little detail, right? Look how fun that is. And those would be cute in silver glitter paper also. The last thing that we are going to do on that card is add in our gems, and I guess I didn't do that, but you will want to add your gems in there as well. Now you see here I'm trying to figure out again where to put these circles, and this one I ended up getting it too far over to the right hand side, and you're going to notice here in a minute that I ended up redoing it because when I went to draw my lines in there, it was way off center, and when I would put my ornament in, it was going to hang off the edge of the paper. So I did end up redoing it. So be sure that you follow the measurements that I provided at the beginning of this video. Once you have your circles down in the right spot, I tried to do that one through the ornament and not thinking, and it made the spots, right? So I had to go over it, but it still worked out. But just be sure that you follow the directions that I had there in the beginning and draw your lines first so you'll save yourself lots of frustration in putting this card together like I did. All right. Then we're going to take our gold paint pen and we're going to color this ornament again. I'm using a piece of scrap paper to put down so that I don't get ink everywhere or paint everywhere. And these ornaments look so pretty when they're colored in with this paint pen. Like I said, we no longer sell these, but you probably have it in your stash already from future. If you don't, you can use any type of paint pen. I also added shimmer onto the other ornament, and I set these aside to let them dry. Now we're going to go on and build this card per the same instructions that we did on the first one. So see, even here I was getting really close to that edge. See how it's going to hang off the edge? Right? So that, again, my friends, I'm not going to keep saying it, but that is another reason why you want to follow the dimensions that I gave in the beginning, or the locations I gave in the beginning for those cards. Now we're going to put down the patterned pieces, and we're going to add in some glitter paper down here at the bottom to go underneath our sentiment. We're going to banner the ends of that on both sides by drawing a slit up. Again, if you're using a patterned paper, glitter paper, if you turn it over and cut from the back, it also makes it easier to see where you're cutting. It's hard to see in the glitter paper where you cut, but when you turn it over and it's white on the other side, it's easier to see. And I know I have such a hard time putting things straight. Look at how crooked that glitter paper is. Oh my goodness. I hope that I catch that here in a minute and fix it. And I am adding in my ornaments, and see how I realize that they are hanging off the edge. You'll also notice that I used the 3D foam tape behind my sentiment because it is adhering to glitter paper. The foam tape helps it stick to the glitter paper. These slimline cards are so fun. Have you created slimlines before? Tell us below. Okay, my friends, because that was off, I ended up redoing it again. So be sure to follow my measurements in the beginning. Like I said, I had to play around with this a few times before I got the correct measurement. Okay, we're going to add in some gems, which I see I didn't do on camera for some reason. But you see I colored the ones with the gold paint pen and then added the other ones as is. I hope that you have enjoyed creating these cards with us. Have a great day, friends, and next up is Barbara's Layouts.